Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about labeled break and continue statement. In previous video we already discussed about break and continue statement in a loop. We will see what is it. If a loop has been executed for number of iterations and then inside the body of the loop if we have a break statement, when it get executed it will terminate the current loop and comes out of the body of the loop. That's how the break statement works. Continue statement, in other hand, what happens is when the loop is being executed for number of iterations, when a continuous statement is executed in the body of the loop, it will skips that iteration and goes on to the next iteration. So the loop will not terminate, it continues to the next iteration, it goes on. Okay, this is how it works. Now we are going to see how it is used in a nested loop. So we already seen nested loop working in the previous video, so we are going to just go on with the break and continue statement. So here we have two loops. First outer loop we have I value is 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. So here this loop will work 5 times. Okay, it is increased by 1, so it works 5 times. And then here you can see an inner loop again. You have j value is 1, j less than or equal to 5 and j plus plus. So this also will work 5 times. So 5 into 5, 25 times is outer and inner loop will work together. Now inside the body of the loop you can see a system.println statement and prints the j value every time. And you have a condition here. If the condition is satisfied, then your break statement will be executed. Now we will see how it works. Now first time I value is 1, the condition is true because I is lesser than 5, it enters the inner loop. In inner loop you can see j value is 1, j is less than or equal to 5, that is 1 is lesser than 5, so the condition is true, it enters and prints the j value, that is 1 has been printed. After which you can see I value is 1 and j value is 1, so condition what is given is true here. So once it is true, it breaks the current loop, that is it terminates the current loop. Once the termination occurs, it comes out of the body of the loop and execute the statements underneath. So you can see a system.println statement is there, it will be executed. So the cursor will move down to the next line and then it will update the I value. Now I value is 2, so 2 is lesser than 5, yes it is true, it will enter the inner loop. J value is 1, j lesser than, that is 2 is lesser than that is 1 is lesser than 5, so it the condition is true, it enters inside the inner loop. Now it prints the j value, that is 1, so you can see the first value, I value is 2 already and j value is 1, so this condition is false. So the body of it will be executed and then it goes to the j updation of j value, so it becomes 2. Now 2 is lesser than 5, so condition is true, it enters and it prints 2. So this is how the next statement works. Now you can see 2 is equal to 2, that means the I value and j value is true, so the condition is true here. Now it will execute the break statement, so it terminates the current loop, it comes out of the body and then it prints system.println. So you can see the cursor is moved down to the next line. So this loop will go on working till the end, so that it will stop only when the I value becomes 5. So that's how you are getting a pattern type program here. Okay, a triangle pattern. Now you are going to see on the other hand what happens if we use label break statement. First we will see what is a label break statement and then we will see how it works. So a label break statement will have a label. Okay, it will break the it will terminate the loop and goes to the wherever the label is. So you can see here break and outer is a label is given here. So what happens here, it searches for this name in the program and you can see it is outside the loop statement. So what happens here, this program is working. Once the condition is true, okay, what happens, break statement will execute. Normally break statement will terminate the current loop, that means it will terminate only the inner loop, but in this case the outer keyword, that is the label, is it's outside the outer loop. So since it is outside the outer loop, it will completely terminate both the loops and comes out. Okay, so that is the difference between normal break statement in nested loop and label break statement in nested loop. That means you can see that both the loop will work only once. Okay, once a condition is true, it will come out of the terminate both the loops and comes out. Okay, in some cases you need this. Okay, you can move on this label anywhere you want. You can put it here also. If you put it inside the outer loop, it will work normally as a normal break statement. So it is not necessary. In some cases you want to terminate completely, you can use this label break. Now we are going to see about continuous statement in nested loop. The program is same. Okay, you will have outer loop which works 5 times. Inner loop is it's also working for 5 times. Now the condition is also I is equal to j. Now first time I value is 1 and j value is 1. So the condition is true. If the condition is true, what happens? I am printing a space there. So you can see the first line, first number has not been printed. Only the space has been printed here. And now you can see continuous statement. So what this continuous statement will do is it will go skip the remaining statements and then it will go to the updation of the inner loop. So now the inner loop, the condition is that is the condition is true because j value is 2 here. So 2 lesser than 5. So it enters inside. This statement will not work because I value is 1, j value is 2 here. So this is false. So it goes on to print the number the value stored in j. So j value is 2 now. So you can see 2 here. And then this loop will continue till it goes on to 5. So you can see 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 has been skipped and you can see the remaining number has been printed. After the body of the loop is executed, it goes to the outer loop, updates the value of I, enters inside. Now you can see first time j value and I value is different because I value is 2 and j value is 1. So you can see that the condition is false and it prints the j value. So 1 has been printed here. Second time, now j value becomes 2. Now the condition is true here. So 2 equal to 2. That means I value is 2 and j value is also 2. So condition is true here. Now this statement will be executed. That means you instead of number it will print a space and then you can see a continuous statement. So that's how you are getting a space here and it skips the iteration. It goes on to execute the remaining statements and that's the reason you are getting 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it goes on like this and it print till the outer loop executes. So you can see the next time it is 1, 2 has been printed, 3 will be skipped and then 4, 5. Then the fourth line will be 1, 2, 3 will be printed, 4 will be skipped and the fifth number will be printed. And finally we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 and the final number I value becomes 5 and j value becomes 5. Now the condition is true, so it will print a space. So final value will not be printed and it will go on continuing the loop till the condition is satisfied. Now if you use a continuous label continuous statement in a program, what happens? So instead of skipping the iteration, it directly goes on to the outer loop. So you can see continue outer, and outer is outside the outer loop. Now it is different from break. Break statement will completely terminate both the loops, but here what happens is it will skip the iteration of the inner loop completely. That means it will actually terminates the inner loop. It goes on to the next iteration of the outer loop. Okay. So this is how it works. So I value is 1 and j value, it enters into the inner loop, j value is also 1. So the condition is true. Okay. So it prints a space. Okay. So after printing the space, you can see continuous statement. So if the continuous statement is executed, you can see that it will go on to the outer loop. You can see the outer loop is here. That is outer keyword label is here. So it goes on to the next iteration. Now the I value is true 2. It enters inside. Now j value is 1. Now 2 equal to 1. It is false. So it won't enter inside. It executes the statement below. So j value is 1. So which has been printed here. So you can see a space before that, and then you have 1 here. After printing it, j value will increases its value. Now I value and j value is same. So both are 2 now. Now the condition will be executed, that is the statement will be executed. You will have a space and then you can see continue outer. Now what happens? It goes on to the, it skips the, terminates the inner loop and goes to the outer loop, and now I value becomes 3, it enters inside. Now j value is 1, it checks the condition, it is false, so it prints 1. Okay, and second time j value becomes 2, it prints 2. And then third time it becomes 3. Now I value is 3 and j value is 3, it is same. So since it is true, it executes space here. Okay, you can see a space and then continue outer. So you can see that label it has been moved to the outer loop again. So this is how the label continue will be used in a nested loop. I hope you understood the label break and continue statement, which is slightly different from the normal break and continue statement. Okay, we'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you.